Hello everybody. Haven't made a video in a little while. It's been kind of like a challenging times. I've been looking at two new things. I've been experiencing new things. I've been working on myself a lot, and I needed the time. Plus, organize the event outside of United States, specifically when you're alone and you have a short amount of time. It's kind of hard to work like this. But I went to some of my private messaging that you send it to me over on Facebook, and I will make a few videos today. And I hope those videos help you out because they concentrate on a few points. And one of the points is DOY, do we lose concentration and focus? DOY is the main purpose of all this twin flame stuff. Zavet. And there was another one that it's why did my twin flame turns from this happy, powerful person that has so much happiness, all of a sudden turns out to this cold personality. This video is gonna be titled Twin Flame, why we lose control, why we lose concentrations and focus. And it's a very big topic to understand when you become an awakened. This is not only applied to the twin flames, but in the twin flames it's much more higher. Not to make us a special, just simply because the vibes are within two people, and those vibes they're very very high level of it, and they work with the universe. Simply because you need to understand those are two people who also have a universe connection. And about to the soul, to understand, I just made this little quote on the Facebook. We are a small charge, small electric charge of the universe that it's called a soul. So when this body died, that charge goes back into the universe. We become again one within the universe. When we decide to come back here, we come back and we evolved and we know more. That's why, the newborns, when they came out, they probably got their touchscreen cell phone when they're 6 months old and they already know how to do it. Now, don't worry about it, how they know. They just saw everything before it come in. And I know some of you is going to laugh onto it. I'm trying to make some of the also jokes with that part so we can not take too much the seriousness part. So, concentration and focus. When you begin to your life here, you began to be coached, trained, programmed, told, forced to learn to act and to understand things that the way the society is working, so you can fit in this society and use the concentration so you can concentrate on what you need to do so you can fit on this society, and you put your focus and attention on what the society that you have to fit in will react on it. That's applied to all the spheres of life. That applies to the sphere with your own family, mother, father, brother, sister, relationships. That applies into a school. You have to have a good grades. That applies to religion. You have to fit on this box. You are in this religion. You have to be molded on that religion. You have to face that part. The same thing applies when you grow up and you graduate college, you graduate a school, university, and you really have to be concentrate and focus of what's going on in your life. You probably are married, have a marriage, you have to concentrate on your wife, your kids, your family, your house, and you got this huge parts of concentration and wanting to do the things proper way. So everybody that they're in your society circle, they're within your surroundings of it, they can be pleased from you. They can be satisfied of your actions and you can be on a good terms with them. What happened though when you become an awakened soul, and specifically on a twin flames, it's completely different story. When you begin awaken as a twin flame of it, you begin to understand the world, the truth, and now none of that crap that you learned before of it, it's kind of like helping you out. Now you're like a completely new world. Now everything is absolutely changed, and you're like, wow, I live in this place, I understand all this, I got all that. Now, why I am like this? Why I cannot do the things anymore like I used to? Why I cannot focus anymore and put my thoughts of what I need to do? And why I have no concentration? Dear, what is going on? So, you learning how to shift. This is a divine shift, and there is a quote actually I have for you on it. It's that when you are evolving to a higher self, the road seems lonely, but you are simply shedding the energies that no longer match the frequency of your destiny. So now you have a destiny as a awakened soul. The old vibes of the world, the old vibrations of the world, they don't match the frequency of where you're going, the frequency of your destiny. And this is the part of a lot of people do not understand. They're simply going into a switching from I've been thinking, I'm focusing, I'm orchestrating, I'm controlling, to one simple thing. I trust my feelings. The whole purpose of that part of you losing concentrations and focus is you to stop doing through the thinking process. The thinking process, for example, to develop something takes enormous amount of time and energy, simply because it has to be developed. It has to be put these concentrations on it. It has to be put this focus into it, and because there is no other side that you know to work with. And for example, if you your job is for example, you're a production manager on a plant, and you're producing something. You're producing, for example, cartons. Okay, you're making boxes. You're producing boxes, and those boxes, okay, you know the process that's going on, and you're focused on the performance of that plant. You're focused of the overall efficiency. You're focused on everything that's going on, because you are the one who is responsible for the production. And you need that concentration, and you need that focus of it. Now, you are this production manager, but you become an awakened. And now when you awaken, all of a sudden that concentration is not there. It's gone. And now the way you're operating, you trust your feelings. And all of a sudden you walk around the plant and you feel where the footholds are. You feel who is the people problem. You feel what the situation really is. And you find the solution for every problem. The only thing is, it took you only 5 minutes compared to you to focus on all the data that you're getting as a production manager, you to focus on all the situations that you used to know as a focus. Now, by trusting your feelings, you're actually gathering all this automatically through soul vibrations, and you become much more productive. And this is why within the twin flames, you learn how to trust the vibes, trust your feelings of it. And during that positions, during this shift, there's going to be this period inside of you of how that process is going on. You're probably gonna feel lost for a certain amount of time. You're probably gonna be feel like, dear, what I'm feeling, it's something crazy. I don't think so. That will be the answer. Trust your feelings and see if that's really it's the answer inside of you. Okay. A few people contact me actually, and they say, "Well, Dio, I feel like a suicide." The suicide part, actually, what it does is that you shedding off those energies that you don't need it anymore. They die inside of you, and you feel like some portion dies inside. Yes, there's not going to be some portions that died in you, simply because the energy and the amount of concentration in the focus that you have. Now you need to have this focus, but you're not using the thinking process. You're not using that part that you think how to be having everything from A to Z, and you divide everything on A1, A2, A3, B2, B1, B3, and so on, sub processes inside of you until you get into the Z. Now, when you trust your own feelings inside of you, now you see the things much more simplified, much more clear, and you will be perform a little bit a different way. And that's why that part of losing concentration and a focus is you to lose the control of the old 3D programming, the old 3D stuff, you to focus on your new 5D, where it's you required to trust your own feelings. So thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for the questions, and you know it, be love.